It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the KVJ show.
Yeah.
Here we go. Starting off a week.
Monday.
That's right. Gotta say a big thanks to everybody who came out to Cocktails and Karaoke on Friday. It was a lot of fun.
It was live, baby.
Yeah, it was. And try something different. We posted that thing up on Facebook Live, and it's kind of interesting. Go back and read the comments.
Uh-oh. Don't read the comments.
I didn't think they were that mean. To be quite, I thought they were going to be way worse. I read them the next day. I'm like, this ain't so bad.
No, it's actually pretty good. But it was a lot of fun to be able to do that for a live audience. So we'll probably keep doing that for Cocktails and Karaoke. So it's fun to be there live, but if not, you can just dial it up on Facebook. It's just crazy what the world is today, isn't it?
How do you feel after your birthday? Do you feel smarter?
Older, slower.
Yeah. I think you still kind of went up. And I mean, honestly, I'm impressed. Virginia still can dial it up. This girl can still go toe-to-toe with the best of them.
You really can. I mean, I really tore it up on Friday, and I'm still recovering on Monday. I'm just like, ugh.
Not Virginia. No,
No
I mean, and
way.
I think you shut it down early. I mean, unless you went out for the post-game festivities.
He did not.
I did not.
Yeah, Virginia went out for, I mean, she was just warming up when she was with us.
There was a point during the night I was thinking about going to Monroe's with you. I don't know, man. Cocktails and Karaoke just kind of took it out of me. I just had no energy.
Takes a lot, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, no, Virginia kept on trucking. So apparently she put on a good show because she woke up with some money in her Spanx.
You know, I guess somebody gave me money to tip the dancers. And so I maybe stuck it in my bra, but then I don't think I gave it all to the dancers. I think I kept some.
You did?
So
Okay.
I woke up with some money in my Spanx.
We're getting breakfast today, then. Stripper money.
I was like, okay, a little for you, a little for me.
That's right.
We're both performing here tonight.
Well, and it was your birthday. I'm sure you put on quite a performance. So that's good. So you had a good time there at Monroe's afterwards?
We did. We had a good time.
Do they serve food there?
They do.
Is that the place I did I go with you there before? Is that the place where I was eating that runny salad and rice? Okay.
No, that was Cheetah.
Got ya.
Yeah.
Totally different vibe.
I mean, eating a salad about 11:30 p.m. Ooh, it was rough, Kevin.
Weird time to kick into your diet.
It was a weird time.
You know, I think I'm going to go on a diet. Take the salad, please.
That's all that they had, I thought. I have no idea how that happened.
Yeah, and I believe Monroe's does a really good steak and food.
They
In fact,
do.
they're known for, being one of the best steaks around.
Yeah, they've got an upscale menu.
Yeah.
It's good.
So lots of fun stuff there. So again, thanks to everybody that came out on Friday to join us. And this Friday, we're back out again for the BDIPA launch.
Okay.
Yep. There you go. Thought I'd put that on your calendar right now.
Yeah, we do a lot of drinking events. We really do.
We do have a lot of events like that.
That's what I tell my family. They go, I think you have a problem. I'm like, well, blame it on my boss. They keep booking me for drinking events. It's on them. It's not my fault.
Yes. And there's a quota. You have to drink a certain amount at each event, right?
Of course.
Of course. So there you go. If you want to see the video from Friday, you can go check it out on the KVJ Show Facebook page.
Do you need more KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at kvjshow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What do you think about today, Jay Bird?
I love these kind of stories where you hear of an athlete basically calling their shot and coming through for somebody. You've heard tales of this back from olden times where Babe Ruth visited a kid in the hospital. The kid was sick. The kid asked Babe Ruth to hit him a home run. He does.
Mister, would you hit me a home run?
And he does. And as folklore says, well, same thing happened over the weekend. A 10-year-old Make-A-Wish kid named Nico was hanging out with Red Sox star Mookie Betts before their game on Friday, and he asked Mookie to hit him a home run. What does Mookie do? He hits him 3 home runs.
Wow.
We have the audio if you want to hear it.
Yeah. It's impressive.
And the 3-2. High fly ball, deep left. Maben turning around, looking up, and it is gone. Another one high and deep. Headed for the seats and gone. His second tonight, his second in as many at bats. 3-1. Oh my! A high fly ball left field. Mookie Betts. Mookie does it again for the third time in 3 at bats tonight.
It's pretty cool,
huh?
man.
That is very cool.
Have you ever been cool enough to call a shot on anything in your life? I did it one time in my life. That was it. Have you ever done that? Where you said, you know what, I'm going to do this for you tomorrow and I'm going to nail it.
No, because luckily nobody ever asked me to do anything.
I did it one time. It was my first girlfriend in high school, and I was so afraid to kiss her, to make that first move. She kept on telling her friends, she's like, why is Jason not kissing me? This is getting weird. So she cornered me after dinner one night at RJ Gators, and she laid this big old kiss on me, and I kissed her, and I go, oh my gosh, Allison, that was so magical. I'm going to go out and I'm going to hit you a home run tomorrow. And I did. Then 10 years later, I saw her in a bar. I was kind of drunk, and I said, hey, can I have my home run ball back? And she was kind of offended.
Not as magical?
Not as magical. That's the only time I've ever called my shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the magical moment then 10 years later. Yeah, here was Mookie meeting the Make-A-Wish kid.
We're here because Nico's #1 wish through Make-A-Wish New England and Rhode Island was to meet Mookie Betts and come to a Red Sox-Yankee game.
I'm a really big fan of baseball and the Red Sox, and I really wanted to meet Mookie Betts because he's my favorite player.
Nick, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
I mean, the smile on his face. You got to meet the guys, Alex Port. It was amazing. Nothing I would have imagined. So it kind of takes us away from the day-to-day reminders of his struggle.
That is a magical story.
It is. You kind of sort of called your shot sort of at the golf course that one time when you got up there and you hit that one almost hole-in-one in front of that golf pro.
Oh, the guy
Sort
that,
of.
yeah. Well, it was just kind of, it was more of an in your face because, he was like, well, do you want me to hit it for you? I'm like, I got this. And then, yeah, so.
The confidence, I don't know.
Were you shoeless too, or just Jaybird was shoeless?
I was shoeless.
We
Yeah.
all were shoeless. We were dirt bags in a golf cart.
Yeah, we were. We just came rolling right up with our natty lights in our hand. And guys like, you want me to hit that for you? I'm like, I got this. Hit it within like an inch of the cup and just dropped my, I don't even think I took my club with me. I think I just flipped my club and got in the car and drove off. And he's like, what just happened?
If you've ever never seen Kevin be a badass before, that was a time where he was a badass. That's why you sort of called your shot in a
Okay.
in a
I'll
way.
take it. I'll take it. Why not? What you got in your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I did some research. We were talking about these healing crystals.
Yes.
The power of these healing crystals.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about, helping out the bird and getting specific crystals to help with sleep and insomnia. So apparently amethyst and rose quartz are two of the most powerful ones that are supposedly helping with sleep and insomnia. And I have them here today.
Okay, let's get into it. I will put it on my face during the dirt of the day.
This is the No,
Oh,
that's
so-
not where you said you would put it, remember?
Oh, jeez.
It's still early. You can't talk.
This is the amethyst, and this is the rose quartz. Now, the rose quartz is smooth. I think that'll be easier.
So really, what do I do with them?
I think you're supposed to hold them in your hand and, focus and then put them, under your pillow and, really, zone in on them. But we have to wait till a full moon to get them fully charged.
I mean, this sounds like
It sounds ridiculous, doesn't
made
it?
up bull junk.
It sounds completely ridiculous.
them?
Oh, believe me, people think me and you are crazy and Kevin is losing control because you're talking about the moon all the time and crystals, and I'm talking about my weird stuff. Kevin's just a man alone on an island.
Swimming in a sea of weird.
Yes. I mean, Virginia's kind of on my side now with weirdness.
Yeah. Well, I guess it all doesn't matter because eventually an asteroid is going to pick us off anyway. Did you hear an asteroid that was big enough to destroy a whole city came in at about 44,000 miles of Earth, and apparently nobody even saw it coming. Be like, oh, hey, what do you know about that?
It
It's
happens a lot.
zipped right by us. And
Yeah,
they're like
Panda
going,
told me that last night as I was getting ready to go to bed. He's like, oh, an asteroid almost killed us. I'm like, what?
yeah.
This happens quite a bit, it seems like.
I can think of probably about at least 2 or 3 other incidences where, I have this story, and it's like, just, hey, didn't even see that one. What do you know about that?
We found out Friday night.
Yeah, what do you know about that?
How come we didn't know?
They didn't know. I guess they didn't see it. I don't know. Too busy looking at the flag on the moon. I don't know.
Too busy trying to figure out if we can live on Mars. Okay,
Yeah.
let's watch for asteroids instead of trying to colonize Mars.
Too busy trying to plan another fake moon landing, right, Denny's?
Yeah, I agree. So there you go. So just be thankful you're alive today. Apparently it was a close call.
Just to make these crystals sound a little bit more crazier, Talina in the chat room says, Virginia, you can also charge the crystals by watching them in the ocean. It just sounds like such made-up stuff, doesn't it? It's like these pet psychics. It sounds like they're just making up stuff.
But wouldn't it be awesome if you took those things home and then tonight slept with them and got like the most peaceful sleep you've ever had?
If it cures his insomnia, I'd be like, well, that's something.
I'm definitely into trying this because right now I'm in a terrible bout of insomnia and I will try anything.
Of course you should. Any of us should. If you're struggling with anything, you should keep trying until something works.
Okay.
So there you go. Put those things in your pants tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Boy, I got to tell you, it's one of the big things, though, when you become a mom, all these things you're trying to do to try to juggle to make sure you can stay on it, stay sane. And then it's just tough because people are always sitting back. I think one of the hardest things is the judgment that happens from moms, especially like new moms. People are always wanting to be like, that's the parent shaming. It's just unbelievable. Pink every other week is getting parent shamed for something else that her kids are doing.
They do. They go after her, and it's like, why? Come on, leave her alone.
I have a theory about all that. Their publicist leaks all that stuff out because they know their fans are going to support them regardless. It gets them all these publications. Some of it seems forced and contrived to me. I'm just saying.
The Pink stuff?
I do.
Because the latest was
all
her
of
kids
them.
were running around in a Holocaust museum and people were blasting her for that, and she disabled the comments because apparently they're so nasty about the disrespect.
The guy that I guess was the architect of the Holocaust Museum even came out and said, look, we love the fact that kids are running through there. It's a beautiful thing. Let the children be children and play.
Okay.
So everybody needs to just calm down and
That doesn't
shut
seem
up.
contrived to you, Virginia?
I didn't. It seemed organic.
Look, I don't know what I'm talking about. I didn't know that specific story. I'm just saying in general, sometimes when you see this, oh my gosh, the mom got shamed, it's because they're trying to create a little publicity for themselves. That's just the bird's opinion. I'm a little jaded with the dirt.
I just don't think that Pink would do that.
Ever in her career, ever?
I don't think that she wants that kind of pub.
Yeah.
I think that she takes being a mom so seriously.
She doesn't seem like she's that thirsty.
No.
Like, there are some people that are just thirsty for the attention, but Pink doesn't seem like she's one. Like, she's like, look, I've got quality music. I sell out my shows. That can take care of it. I don't need to have some kind of, like, contrived
I think she's above it.
publicity report. I feel that way, too.
I hear you.
But who knows?
Not all of them now.
I agree.
But Pink specifically, I think she's above it.
I did not know the specifics of this very story, but in the past, do I think this? Yeah, I do. I think celebrities do this, guys.
Okay, what about Snooki?
Oh, she definitely. I don't even have to hear the story.
Okay. Snooki from Jersey Shore fame is in the throes of controversy because she posted on her Instagram page a photo of her sipping a glass of red wine while holding her third child, almost 2-month-old son Angela, who's drinking from a bottle of milk that she is momentarily not touching. She wrote, "What's mom life like with 2 kids and a newborn? This. #momjuice. #I am a good mom, I swear." And then people are going, you're not supposed to drink alcohol if you're breastfeeding your baby. And then she claps back with, "You're not a mom. I allow myself to have a few glasses once a week to stay sane with 3 kids. I do what's necessary to clean my milk for my baby. Let a mama live and keep being 17.
That's what I'm saying, Virginia. That'll be on Yahoo News. Can you believe Snooki got dissed? Snooki claps back.
So you think that was strategic,
Yes,
her posting that photo to get all that?
110%.
She knew people were going to be all over for
Of
drinking
course.
wine.
She definitely knew what was going on. Her publicist loved it. They saw 3 comments. They're like, okay, let's run with this. Let's get people really mad now.
Do you really mean to tell me you think Snooki's thirsty?
Her and the situation, Virginia.
Even her baby's thirsty.
Yeah, what do they do as far as, like, she talks about clean my milk?
Pump
and dump. Mama talks about it all the time here.
How
Yeah.
much do you have to do? Do you know, like, at what point you've gotten the alcohol-tainted
They said like 2 hours, and then it flushes out, and then you just pump and dump.
Okay.
I don't know.
It doesn't sound that, I don't know, legit.
Yeah, they say according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, a baby is not going to be harmed by consuming breast milk from a mother who consumes 1 drink a day, especially if she waits at least 2 hours after drinking it to nurse. That's the standard rule.
And people know that. And so the people hating on social media, Snooki's people know that. They're like, okay, we're going to run with this because we know you actually are, or you didn't do anything wrong. Let's get some publicity out of it. I see you, Snooki.
You're on the right, but it's enough that it'll kick up controversy.
Exactly.
Keep your name in the news. It's kind of a safe thing. It's not going to ruin your career.
Pink, I'll give you. Snooki, I'm not going to give you.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Gosh, what a hot weekend. Man, it's crazy. It's getting warmer and warmer.
Oh, I thought you meant like it was lit. Like this weekend was so hot, it was going off.
Oh, it was kind of hot, too. Made Friday night, cocktails and karaoke. Good heavens.
Oh, it was hot, especially when Virginia was on stage.
Quite a performance.
Oh, birthday girl, come on.
Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite moment from Friday night? Because I think mine was looking back and seeing you both crashing into the KVJ banner and ripping it to shreds and then watching Virginia try to tape it back together.
I do remember that.
That was pretty impressive.
I feel like that taping, you trying to tape that, lasted for 6 hours. I know it
I
didn't.
had Captain KVJ making a video of it. It was unbelievable. Yeah, just watching Virginia try to tape this thing back together.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
Is that when people started buying you shots? I love it. Virginia goes, I'm not drinking shots, Kev. I'm only going to be on a beer diet during karaoke.
I had a plan. It included just beer. They had my Abita Amber that I love. And then people just started buying us too many shots.
It happens.
I
happens.
can't say no. When someone gives me a shot, I'm like, okay, well, they just spent their hard-earned money to buy this shot, and it would be really rude of me not to do it. So then I do it, and then I'm like 6 shots in, and then I black out, and I'm taping a banner back up.
So it's really the people who buy the shots, it's their fault, Kev.
It's kind of on them.
I just can't do shots. I just want to do beer.
You know the thing that still amazed me, I was telling you guys, because I'd taken that cruise like in February, and they do the dueling pianos, and they had these 2 guys that were playing, and people kept buying them shots, and they would, take the shot and put the glass down by them. I mean, this guy, both of them had about 15 to 20 glass. I'm like, wait, there's no, and I kept seeing them, and they were just pounding shots, and then they would keep going. I'm like, how have they not fallen over?
Because they're seasoned. They've been doing it so long. There was a time in
I couldn't believe it.
There was a time in their life where they played some sloppy shows. They've gotten better.
They were not slurring. They were not missing the keys. They were playing tough songs.
Were they older?
They were middle-aged guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still had some spring in their step.
And the bartenders might make them different shots, too.
I wonder, maybe that's it. If you're like going, hey, I need a couple shots for the singers. And like, yeah, okay, I got you. It's Coca-Cola.
Well, a special mix.
Yeah, because otherwise, I'm like, that just does not work out.
There was a 80s heavy metal band. I want to say it was Quiet Riot, where the guy would drink whiskey on stage, but then they found out it was never whiskey. It was actually Coke. He was posing.
I often wondered that. That was kind of a racket that a lot of the 80s rock bands would do. I know Van Halen, their bass player, Michael Anthony, would come out there like he was drinking a whole bottle of Jack Daniels, and you're like going, how's he doing that? That's crazy. He should be dead right now.
It was sweet tea the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, rock and roll.
It's image, baby.
Exactly.
There you go. Well, if you want to see all the fun stuff, we did have a nice Facebook Live video going to that, so it's up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. If you couldn't make it to Cocktails and Karaoke on Friday, you can go watch it online right now.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Summertime going to be wrapping up here before you know it. Not a lot of time left. We were kind of like looking at the schedule. I'm like, my gosh, I think my son's got 2 full weeks before he goes back to school, something like that.
Eesh.
Crazy. It's coming up. It's going to be quick. And we got to kind of like get him right because his sleep schedule's all kinds of out of whack right now. It's not even, he's fully into summertime sleep schedule. Kid's going to bed at like midnight.
You got fortnight sleep schedule?
Yeah, you got that fortnight sleep schedule going on.
You can borrow my sleeping crystals. Virginia got me.
Yeah, we just need to turn off that TV is what we need to do. Yeah, so we're going to start cracking down on that this week, try to get him back into shape. But yeah, any kid who plays Fortnite, they've got new ammunition today. Did you hear about that kid that won the Fortnite championship or whatever it was? They had some kind of tournament over the weekend. for Fortnite. And there was this like 16-year-old from Pennsylvania who won like $2.3 million or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, they had it in New York City over the weekend. And kind of the same thing. His mom was always yelling at him about how much time he was spending playing Fortnite, like 8 hours a day, apparently. And then he walks away with $2.25 million.
In your face.
Right.
And how old is he?
15, 16,
Oh,
somewhere
my
like
goodness.
that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, good luck trying to tell that kid what to do. How do you even parent that kid?
That kid wants to stay up till midnight on a school night. He stays up till midnight on a school night.
You do it.
Yeah,
You're in there
it.
working.
He's dropping $2.5 million as his salary? Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to get some park passes for your kids, we're going out in a big way with Camp KVJ. Universal Orlando all this week. We'll hook you up with some tickets. Pair of one-day park-to-park tickets and a parking pass. Help you get there for Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. One of the new big things they got at Universal Orlando. So if you want to hook up with those tickets, call us up right now, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Some birthdays we got going on here. Got to say what up. Got a happy birthday here. This is from Aaron, and he's got a special request. Said, one of my favorite bits is Denny's animal noises, and my favorite animal noise he did has got to be his rooster.
Yeah, no, it's strong.
This is quite a wake-up call, so here you go. As your birthday shout-out, here you go.
Honestly, that's one of Denny's better animal sounds.
Pretty good, actually. Not bad. That means everybody's got to wake up.
If you close your eyes, you are on a chicken farm.
You're right. It's not as good as his horse impersonation. That's
the horse
the best
is pretty
one.
good. Yeah, but the rooster's not bad. Okay, there you go. There's your request. Also, got to say happy birthday here to Hunter from Mommy, Daddy, and Everest. Also got a birthday shout out from my sweet daughter Scarlett, who's turning 6. Love from Mom, Dad, Monroe, and Jeremiah. Also, we got Teddy, a.k.a. TJ, having a happy birthday from Mel, Deanna, Gloria, Desmond, and Ace. And a happy 5th birthday shout out to Skylar McKnight from Mommy, Daddy, Abu, Lolo, Pippi, Mark, and Felix the cat. So there you go. That is your birthdays here today. Got a birthday you want on the KVJ Show, you let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. Well, we're going to be wrapping up Camp KVJ in a big way with park passes for Universal Orlando, a pair of one-day park-to-park tickets and a parking pass. We got for Eric in Kendall. What's up, Eric?
Hey, guys. How are you doing this morning?
Good. How you doing?
Oh, so much better now.
I bet, right? Okay, you got a couple kids you want to take to Universal?
I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old named Magnolia, just like Virginia.
Oh, they're going to lose their mind going there. They're going to love it.
Yay.
That is some great stuff. Very cool. Well, congratulations. You got the tickets, okay, bud?
That's amazing. Thank you, guys. I listen every morning.
We appreciate that. Thank you very much, Eric. Another chance to win those Universal Orlando tickets tomorrow. Do it right here, same time on the KVJ Show. Coming up in a second, we're going to find out who had the lamest weekend of anybody on the KVJ Show. Producer Denny's been running away with this. What kind of exciting stuff did he do? Was it a weekend with the Worm Farm? Did he put together some more IKEA furniture?
Was there more coloring together with me and him?
Yeah, maybe. I remember he organized some chords, which sounded very exciting as well. So, I don't know. Well, I just can't wait to find out what he's got going on. So, wake up, because coming up, we're going to find out who had the lamest weekend. I think I know who did not have the lamest weekend. That's got to be Virginia. It was her birthday weekend. Saturday was her official birthday. Friday, we did cocktails and karaoke at Brother Jimmy's. Had a really good time. Virginia was having a great time. Jaybird having a good time. We were all having a good time.
Yeah, well, I had a very fun time.
Yeah, and I know Virginia, she had a post game too. She was just warming up. Like, we were just a warm up. Like, that was my main event. That was just a warm up for Virginia. She was getting herself going. She went out to Monroe's after that.
So Friday doesn't really count for it. Our weekend kind of started Saturday morning on, right? Because we all had the same Friday.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think we officially broke work when we wrapped up cocktails and karaoke on Friday. So, I mean, I think Virginia really kind of got at it That's why I think she takes the lead. I mean, you can't have her put forth all that effort that she did at Monroe's. I mean, the girl worked hard on Friday night.
You did.
You can't have her do all that effort and then have that not count.
It counts.
Yeah. It feels like it should count.
Oh, it feels like it should because I was dancing and doing moves. And you know when you normally don't dance that much and then you wake up the next morning, you're like, ow.
Yeah.
Oh, ow.
Use some muscles you don't normally use, huh?
I did.
Okay. Sounds like you got a workout in.
I did.
That's impressive. And apparently you had some money stuck to your body inside your Spanx.
I did.
Okay.
Well, that's nice.
I was tipping the girls, but I guess I was tipping myself too.
Yeah, boy, we had these industrial-sized fans on stage, which is nice at Brother Jimmy's. Kind of like keep everything cool, but boy, that caught your dress. I remember at one point. And
Made me feel like Beyonce up on stage. I loved it.
It's a good thing you had those Spanx on, Virginia. You'd have put on quite a show.
I always have the Spanx on. You never know when the fan is going to try to take you down.
Wow. Okay, well, there's a couple impressive performances. We're up there on Friday night. Again, we did a Facebook Live video that you can check out. So who had the lamest weekend? It's probably a race between all the rest of us because is there anything else you did this weekend, Virginia, after Friday night?
Yeah, Saturday we kept the party going.
Oh, my gosh. What'd you do on Saturday?
Me and Panda had a lovely day.
Okay.
We had, I love caviar, and I love champagne.
Oh, caviar.
Yeah.
So that's what I did for my birthday lunch on Saturday.
Okay. Did you go someplace for that?
I love going to Bloomingdale's, the Bee Cafe.
Gosh, you're so fancy.
Okay.
So I did that for my birthday lunch.
Uh-huh.
And then, kept the party going throughout the day.
What does that mean, though?
Into the evening, had cake, had people over, had more champagne. Probably finally shut it down around midnight on Saturday.
Sunday night.
And then yesterday, my sister got here. My sister Caitlin and her whole family, they arrived from Kentucky yesterday.
Okay.
So now they're here. We were playing with the kids in the yard. And
good heavens. I don't know how you do it, Virginia. So much energy. Look at that.
Oh, I'm so tired today. I am dog tired.
I can tell you are a little tired. She's not very zingy, and she's already talking to me about breakfast. Two things I love. She's being cool, and she wants to eat.
She was over a second ago tearing through some chips going, I'm ravenous.
Mama needs to eat.
Mama needs the carb load.
I gotta replenish my soul.
Okay, Virginia, I'm going to give you the best pancake party you've ever seen, if you want that.
Bring it.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. My weekend, it was just kind of for me, this is what I love doing. I love going out and finding new places, discovery. So we went, my wife works in Delray. We spent a good bit of time down there with, what she's got to always kind of check in her job and stuff like that over the weekend. So there's a new restaurant open up on the Ave called Lisabetta's.
Okay.
It's the Louis Bossi people that open it up. So we went there for kind of like a little date on Saturday.
Nice.
And tried that out. That was a good time. Found another place that was kind of crazy that we'd seen on social media. And kind of like a little hipster out of the way place. I think it was on 2nd Avenue there. It's called Oceanside Grocers. And you go and it looks like it's probably was a small little grocery store like in the 70s. And I'm like, where are you taking me? I'm like, it doesn't even look like it's open. And you could hear some music inside. And you go in, I'm like, whoa, it's kind of like an alt bar. I'm like, it's kind of crazy. It had like old like stereos from the 80s and like an old couch. And yeah, if you love Stranger Things, you probably love this place. It looked like kind of a throwback. Everything's kind of like 80s decor.
Okay,
and they got
if
Miss Pac-Man.
You're stuck in the 80s, it's a good place to go.
That's kind of it. If you like that Stranger Things kind of vibe and decor and you love your alternative music, they were playing that. And you got little bar there, and there are people just hanging out. You would have no idea that it's even a bar.
Sold me. I'm in.
Yeah.
Oceanside Grocers, I guess, is the name of it. And I still don't know if they actually have groceries or not. I didn't really see groceries. It's kind of confused. They got like a sign in the window, like oranges are for sale, but I don't know if that's real. So I did that, and then spent a little time with Cannon. He really, apparently, Kid Danger, something like that. It's a show. It's on Nickelodeon. They had a musical. Ariana Grande's brother, Frankie, was in it. He played the bad guy, and so we watched that.
Frankie, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from him since Big Brother.
Yeah, I think that was him. So Frankie Grande got his own little thing. So Boca Dude on Nickelodeon. So that was kind of the gist of my weekend. It was okay. It was enjoyable, but it wasn't no Virginia weekend. She definitely beats me.
Oh, you would if you had a Virginia weekend, we wouldn't even recognize you on Monday.
No.
You'd be different, but your hair would be gone.
It probably would. It'd be like on my face. Hey, what happened?
You might still be in bed.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be dead. I think. What'd you do this weekend, Jay Bird?
I'll hit you with the highlights. I did some toy art. You guys know that's one of my big hobbies. These days. I ended up. I got to get direct deposit here because I mismanaged my bills and something had happened and I was at Publix and I thought I had all this money in my checking account and I did not, and I got my card declined and I did a big shopping. So I had to go outside, take money out of my savings account. I never deposited my check from last week. It's a mess. It is such a mess. Accounting can't believe my act here.
You know, Magnolia's been working at Publix now for about a week. She's got direct deposit. She's 14.
I had direct deposit, and then it went away. It's gone. I had it, Kev. I swear to you.
And you can't get it back?
I don't know. There's a whole thing now.
It's one paper. He's got to fill out one paper. That's it.
That's a lot of work, Virginia.
There's that zingy spice we all love.
She's waking up.
It's coming back.
Well, those carbs are starting to hit her bloodstream. She's getting energy now.
So that was humiliating. Everyone's waiting. I heard somebody in the back of the line, wow, they don't pay much in radio, do they? I was like, damn. I felt like there was a spotlight on me. It was pretty humiliating. And the sad thing is that was one of the highlights. It's one of the big noticeable points. I invented a game with my dog Chewy called Balls of Chewy. It's such a fun game.
Oh, okay.
Please.
You're not helping the cause
Stop.
here.
It's not what you think. He loves to play with.
Oh, I bet he does.
All right.
You're not helping the rumors.
Don't you take away the innocence of my dog, please.
So, as far
I'm
as what
not
you
the
could...
one rubbing his nether region.
The game's called Balls of Chewy.
Yeah.
I don't rub his nether regions, and I'm keeping Balls of Chewy. I think the name plays.
Exactly how do you play this game?
So
Come here, let me show you.
He loves
Get on all fours.
You know
Get
what?
on all fours.
Denny's, you too?
I mean, it had to be said.
It kind of did, yeah.
Do they want to know? Or you guys just gonna make fun of me?
No, we want to know so we can make fun of you.
Okay, so
Yeah, both.
you take 3 different balls, and Chewy licks them. Okay. He loves. I don't want to tell this story. Actually, I'm not feeling comfortable because everyone is. Virginia's laughing too hard.
He
licks the balls, and then I put them over by a little goal line. And I take all. He licks the. He'll lick one of the 3. I take all of the balls. I put him behind the goal line. Then I get in front of the goal line. He's got to try to get past me and tries to get the ball that he licked. Denny's.
I didn't say anything.
You don't have to.
I'm just soaking it in.
Hashtag balls of Chewy.
You better stop talking about this stuff on the radio. They're never going to let you adopt more pets.
Me and my dog have an innocent relationship. You want a pancake party or not?
I do want a pancake party, but I also want to make fun of you for what you do to his undercarriage.
I do not. Stop saying you're not getting me mad. Now I'm getting mad.
Yeah. How dare you make Balls of Chewy dirty? No one was thinking it.
No, I don't care about that. She always. You know how Virginia is.
Oh, it just takes it one. Yeah.
Typical
Step too far.
And then the last thing, I tried running yesterday.
Yeah.
I was making some changes.
Yeah.
I cannot find one pair of tennis shoes that I have. I have no shoes right now. All I have are these grass sandals Virginia got me. So I did not run. I decided to order Papa John's pizza.
Okay, well, that's a good plan B.
There's my weekend.
Okay. Denny's, we're all just sitting here waiting to find out what kind of exciting stuff you tore into this weekend. What did you do?
Well, I know that you guys always think what I'm doing is lame. So this weekend I tried to step it up, which I did.
Good.
It's kind of hard to follow birds going on there, but...
Yeah, you didn't invent a game, Balls of...
Did you do anything weird with your cat's balls?
No. But it does involve my cats. So I do have a porch. We have like a square porch, and it's got about a 5.5, 6 foot fence there. And so when I rigged up this thing so I could put the cats out on the porch and they could hang out in the sunlight. I think it's good for cats to get sunlight. I don't know. I feel bad when they're all indoors all the time.
I think it's good for cats to get sunlight.
You know, they're born in it. I hate to take them away from it.
I never heard that.
They're born in it.
You know, they're born in nature, and then we keep them indoors. I feel like that's got to give them depression.
Dog people think we are both so high right now.
I know.
We're not.
Well, so about, I don't know, 2 years ago, I came up with this contraption. I built, it's a netting that's suspended within the fence so that the HOA can't see it because they'll peg me for it if anything's on top. So I couldn't do it on top. My original design was different. Well, so I built one that goes in. It's almost like a 90-degree angle, and it holds a net. So when the cat tries to run up the fence, they run into the net, and they can't get over it. That way I can keep the cats outside.
So you've got kind of an outdoor cage, in a sense, for your cats.
Exactly. They've tried to escape a few times. They get discouraged, and then they just chill, and it wears them out. And then they get some sunlight.
My boy's building cages. I'm inventing games. We're a bunch of animal
So you got a
lovers over
tanning
here.
deck for your cats.
I do. Well, so I rebuilt it even better because the cats found a way to get out of it over the weekend, which was rough. One of my cats got out. I had to chase him around the neighborhood. And if you've ever tried to summon a cat, it is impossible.
Oh, man. Yeah, they don't come when called.
No.
How'd you catch it?
Oh, my gosh. So I grabbed some pans and a wooden spoon, and what I did was it ran, and it was hiding under one of the cars in the parking lot, so I started scaring it, and I left the gate open, and I chased him all the way back into my apartment. It was horrible. It took me about 35 minutes to do this.
You're like a cat cowboy out there.
Well, so when I was like, Rufus, and I'm yelling at him to try to get him back in, it was scaring him, and he kept running farther. So I had to run around the neighborhood and come from the other side and flank him.
And the whole time Rufus is yelling at him, no!
Wow.
So my new system, he's tried 3 times. I almost filmed it, but he tried getting out. He runs, gets stuck. He tried another corner. So now he gave up, and now he's chilling. So now I got the cats back in the porch. So
good.
Pretty productive
Rufus
on that.
he's got an edge to him.
Yeah.
He does.
Okay.
I also, Jen got me as a gift the complete collections of H.P. Lovecraft. I don't know if you've heard of the author. He's a science fiction author from like the late 1800s. And I've gotten some pretty good progress through it. I'm at about 1914 as far as his works go, complete works. Up to
Sci-fi from a
1937.
couple hundred years ago?
And you're reading it?
That was one of my highlights.
I was looking for some clarity.
I was waiting for the reaction I got from the cat fans. So that one clearly didn't. And then I invented a new drink. You take pamplemousse, water, and
What's
honey.
pamplemousse?
I think it's like a French grapefruit. So Jen bought pamplemousse. I was like,
I've
what is
never heard of that in my entire
pamplemousse?
life.
Yeah, well, so she bought these pamplemousses, and I'm like, what the heck's pamplemousse? So she's like, it's like citrusy. So I found that, so I mixed it with water, kind of making a pamplemousse like lemonade, but I used honey to sweeten it instead of sugar.
You want to drink some pamplemousse tonight? Maybe play some balls of Chewy? I don't know.
I like it. Let's do it.
Where your cats sun themselves?
Well, the cats can, if anyone needs the blueprints, I can lay them out for you. But it will keep your cats indoors. It's the only way to keep your cats indoors if you got a short fence.
This cat, Rufus, if you watch it, you can tell it's got Prison Break on its mind constantly. Just constantly looking out.
Don't pretty much all cats.
This one's got a bit of an edge. If this cat...
He wants freedom.
Should be in prison.
I think all cats want freedom. If you give it to them, they'll take it.
Okay.
So it's a
On
way
the
to
loose.
contain your cats and still get them some sunlight.
The cats get any pamplemousse?
They don't get pamplemousse. I gotta look up if cats can drink pamplemousse.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Who had the lamest?
I don't know. We'll let some people sound off. What do you think? I don't know. Balls of Chewy versus
Yeah.
the cat cowboy.
Cat net or dog balls?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mine's actually cool.
Mine's cool too.
Got Tyler here from West Palm Beach. Got to call out some of his friends. Tyler, what are you calling him out for here today?
I'd like to call out my friends for calling me at 2 in the morning to pick them up from downtown West after a night of partying.
Oh, 2 in the morning. And were you sound asleep?
I was dead asleep. They called me. I missed about 4 calls before I picked up.
And did you actually go and pick them up from downtown after their night of partying?
Yes, I did. All 4 of them.
Okay, and how did that go after you picked them up?
A couple of them puking in my car.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, we got some friend problems going on here today. Did they pay to have your car cleaned, or how did that go the next day?
Oh, I sent them invoices.
Good. Yeah, did you clean it yourself, or did you send it to somebody to have it professionally done?
No, it's professionally done. I can't handle that stuff.
I hear you. Okay. Yeah, do they not have the Uber app?
They thought it's cheaper to throw up in my car than someone else's car.
Yeah, all right, that deserves a calling out. Yeah, I'm like going, 2 a.m. over the weekend, I'm asleep. You guys better be calling Uber. Carol's on here from Fort Lauderdale. Carol, who do you need to call out and for what?
Actually, I need to call out the traffic reporter from your station. On Thursday, I was coming back from Boston after 1,500 miles. My last 40 coming through West Palm Beach were absolutely incredible. And all I could hear on the radio was, traffic is great, it's been cleared up, all of our accidents have been cleared, and it's clear sailing except for regular traffic, work traffic.
Yeah.
It was so totally untrue. It was backed up on both sides. It took me an hour and a half to get, I don't know, a little bit north of West Palm Beach to Delray. An hour and a half.
Carol, what time was this? What day and what time, Carol?
It was Thursday, and Suits was on the radio.
Okay.
And,
Suits!
Oh, gosh. Suits is just...
you got some explaining
I
to do.
cannot believe this.
I mean, the kid...
Suits... hold on. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
The prodigy? What happened?
Carol's coming all the way from Boston, Suits.
I was on the air as the DJ. Parker Starr was the traffic reporter. That was the evening.
Now we're rolling over on Parker.
So Parker Starr is the one to blame here. Not you?
No, I was the DJ, not the traffic reporter in the evening.
And that doesn't sound like a fake radio name at all. Parker Starr.
I like Parker. I'm just saying. That wasn't
Parker's
me.
awesome.
So, but this is all Parker's fault, is what you're saying here?
Sure wasn't mine.
Wow, you are calling out Parker Starr.
Look at
Okay.
this.
I'm just saying, if it was in the evening, I was the DJ, not the traffic
Well, we need to find out what's going on with his traffic reports. He's dialing it in, apparently, and poor Carol's getting stuck in some terrible traffic.
Got a little traffic war going on here between Suits and Parker Starr. We're
Yeah, we're
kicking
going to
it
get to
up
the bottom
right
of this, Carol. Thank you for pointing this out. That's why it's so important to do the call-em-outs here. Yeah, we got to go ahead. We got to get some credibility back in our traffic reports around here.
How quick did Suits roll over on Parker Starr? I mean, under 3 seconds?
If it's me, I'll just accept it, but that was not my fault.
Okay. A couple other call-em-outs. We're just going to go through the show here. I'm calling out Kevin for saying that White Claw is the devil. No, I didn't say it was I said it could turn you into the devil.
It gives you horns.
I tried this magical drink over the weekend, and now my husband affectionately calls it Claw Water and ready to add it to our Amazon subscription service. Kevin, the rig is up.
So he did not feel the wrath of the White Claw.
They're
Some
just
people might. I've heard.
Simply love it. Yeah, no, and honestly, I'll just tell you that we had a lot of over-exaggeration with it. It's a lovely drink, but it does burn a little differently in your body. That's all I was basically saying.
Okay, 'cause
So, yeah.
I'm trying to find. I've gone to Publix twice to get it. Both times it was not there. So you've had a lot of hype around it. I agree.
Maybe Publix just doesn't carry it.
I saw it at Target. I saw it at CVS. I'm not even looking for it, and I see it everywhere.
It's following you.
There's like all kinds of like memes and stuff, like White Claw, summer 2019, no laws when you're drinking claws.
Oh, yeah.
Like
So
there's so many videos.
You can't be the only person to have a bad ride on this stuff, then.
Well, I think it's just like any alcohol, but like I'd said, it's a malt beverage that I did not know before that, and I think malt just burns a little bit differently in your body. So I feel a little bit of a different. I'm no stranger to to alcohol.
And plus, you had 15, I believe you had that day.
I think it's 29 in 45 minutes. It was amazing. It's how many.
The number just keeps going up.
I know.
Like a fishtail.
Yes. It's crazy. Somebody wants to call out Denny's for calling H.P. Lovecraft a sci-fi writer. There may be stuff from space, but it is horror. Get that straight, Denny's.
Oh, Denny's did not like that comic. He scoffed.
Oh, he did. Yeah, you got a scoff out of Denny's on that. And this probably should be a call-em out, too, for Tesla owners. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and you see a Tesla parked on your front lawn plugged into your house. This happened in Lake Worth. Apparently, a Tesla Model 3 owner needed to charge up his car, so he parked it in his neighbor's lawn overnight and plugged into his house.
Oh, talk about jerky.
Paul from Many of Lake Worth woke up and found the electric vehicle on his property and his power being stolen.
What the hell?
Yeah, when it still hadn't been removed from his grass a few hours later, he called the cops. Authorities tracked down the address of the owner and contacted him, and they said, yeah, the young man showed up, joined by a young woman, so it's some young trendy hipster in his Tesla. He told authorities he had been in the neighborhood visiting a friend when the battery on the vehicle died, so he found the nearest house and just plugged it right in.
You can't do that.
Yeah, the police explained to the young man it's not okay to go around stealing people's electricity and parking your car on their property to do it. The homeowner did not press charges, but That's what these lawless Tesla owners are doing.
That happened to me back in the day when I was living in Broward. Our neighbor was stealing our electricity, and we couldn't figure out what was going on. He had this big contraption right next to his house, and it looked like it was joint to ours, but yeah, we found out he was stealing our electricity. It happens.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And Michelle from Coral Springs, have this quite often. An airline, you got delayed for 5 hours, Michelle?
Yes. I traveled to Cancun with some friends. We were a group of 8. Not only did my luggage not make it, so I had no clothes for 5 days, myself and my son. Oof. We were both in the same suitcase. But on the way back, it was supposed to be an hour and a half flight, hour 45 minutes, leaving at 12. We ended up leaving around 6:30, didn't get home until about 1:30 in the morning.
Ooh. Dang. Yeah, there's honestly, like, airline stuff gets weird. I saw a story today where there was these two strangers that they both got bumped from their flight, and so the airline hooked them up in the same room. They didn't know each other, and it was a one bed. And he was like 25 and she was 71. And he's like, I'm not sleeping in He's like, are you guys kidding me?
Roomies!
This is your solution?
Do you share the bed? Do you get on the floor? What do you do?
Yes.
I think you have to get on the floor and give Grandma the bed.
You have to. You have to.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. That's kind of crazy. There's a lot of airline stuff that is going around. Hey, man, I tell you, people snagging and chasing after people's boyfriends and girlfriends, it's not cool. A lot of call them outs on that. Somebody texted and said, when I call out a girl who keeps flirting with my boyfriend on social media, he posted a picture of us yesterday and she didn't say one thing. Where is your like at today, B? Okay.
Wait, what happened?
Apparently, he posts stuff, and this girl's like all thirsty, like, oh, it looks so good, looks so good. And then he posts a photo of him along with his girlfriend, and then that's the one post that she doesn't comment on and love and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Careful.
Be careful.
Sounds like she's trying to take your man.
It also just shows you how much people notice who's liking your pictures and what's going on with all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, there's some social media guff that was going on. There's this angry mom that wants childless millennials banned from Disney World in Orlando. She put this rant on her Facebook account in September before it was picked up and posted on Reddit. They've blacked her name out, but she basically seemed to focus on a female who had a Mickey Mouse pretzel, which led to her child wanting one. But the line for pretzels was way too long, leading to her child having a meltdown. So the woman then insisted that mothers should not have to wait in lines at Disney World and also recommended that childless women be banned from Disney. So that was her little rant, and now that's going viral.
Imagine that. Something over the top on Reddit's going viral. We don't even know if it's real, Virginia.
Don't even know.
Probably not.
Of course it's not.
Don't even know. So there you go. But yeah, then a lot of millennials have been clapping back, going like, yeah, we're millennials. We're taking over Disney. We don't have kids.
So that's what happens. Someone writes a fake post on Reddit. It gets people all fired up. And then it actually creates the problem that wasn't there.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. There's some positive stuff that is going on. Somebody said, hey, just wanted to say thank you for sending my daughter, my wife, and I to Cirque du Soleil last night. The show was great. That's from John and the Pizzle.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed that show.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd they go?
Cirque less delay. I don't want to play. I don't want to play anymore.
Cirque less delay.
One more time. Just try one more.
No, I'm not dancing for you.
You can do it.
I'm not dancing.
We believe in you.
Cirque less delay. What if I did it quicker?
Cirque less delay.
I don't do that fancy stuff. You know that.
That's not my thing. That's not my thing. That's not what I do. Very nice. And this was a nice, positive, call them out. Did you see the story about the 6-year-old boy in Colorado that opened up a lemonade stand to raise money to take his mom on a date?
Aww.
Yeah. Apparently, oh my goodness, this is just one of those ones. You ever have just one of those like stories, Virginia? It's just a tearjerker.
I want to hear it.
You want to hear it?
I want to hear it.
Is it sweet or is it a terrible ending?
I don't know. I don't know where Ricky's taking us.
Where's
right
Ricky
now.
going with this?
I personally, I mean, I think it's very sweet. I mean, when I read it, it's just like one of those things that just kind of like it brings a little tear to your eye. You're just like, oh my goodness.
Was it posted on Reddit? Is it real?
I think it is real. Yeah, just from what I know. Yeah, there's a 6-year-old boy here, and he wanted to take his mom, who is a widow now on a date. Now, apparently, the boy and his dad had come up with the idea of a lemonade stand. And apparently, unfortunately, the dad had died of cancer.
Oh, my gosh.
And was unable to do it. And so the boy has now raised $244 on the first day. A neighbor then created a virtual lemonade stand on GoFundMe, and the kid has more than enough money to take his mom on that date, Virginia.
Aww.
And the rest has gone to cancer research.
That is so sweet and heartbreaking.
Isn't it just like, oh my gosh, didn't it just pull at the heartstrings?
I love it, but I'm torn.
I know. I saw that too. I'm like, you need a good cry or you need something for a plot line for a Lifetime movie.
Definitely Lifetime. I got Lifetime written all over it.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of crying, a lot of
just get
sadness.
the tissues out and get going on that. So there you go. That was a nice positive story. People have been jumping all over that one here today. All right, coming up on the KVJ show, going to play a fun little game where I think with just a couple of questions, we can guess what town you live in. I started thinking about all the differences and all the wonderful towns we've got here in South Florida, and they're all pretty unique. But there's something different about each one. They all have their own unique kind of threads.
Yeah, Lake Park.
Yeah. So we're going to play a fun little game called Guess Your Town coming up here in just a little bit. You call us up. We each ask you a couple questions, and then we tell you what town you live in.
Love it.
Yeah, and we'll see if anybody can get that right coming up. Coming up here in just a second, I am very confident that with just a couple of questions, we can tell you what town you live in. When you start thinking about South Florida and the cities that we got here, each town has got its own unique little thing. Like you can just pull off a town. You can be like Lake Park, Lake Worth, whatever. Boom. You can say Hialeah. Bam. There's going to be something, an image, a Boca. Something's going to come to your mind.
So you would be able to figure out if you didn't know I was from Lake Park, you'd be able to figure that out, you think?
You've been tainted by gardens. So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
You got a little bit of a mix. What age were you when you moved out of Lake Park?
I'm more Lake Park than gardens.
You are?
I am.
Okay, what age did you move?
I believe it was either 13 or 14. So
or 27?
It could have been 11. I gotta ask.
Okay.
But yeah, I spent a lot of time in Lake Park.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe we could do the same thing with you. We'll put to the test here, and if we are wrong and you stump us, got a couple cool things for you. You got your choice, and you can do some grocery shopping at Earth Fair, or we'll give you some tickets to the PGA National Resort and Spa Craft Beer Bash coming up on August 10th. So all you got to do is stump us. A couple people on the line to give it a shot here.
They do a fun one. Theirs is like ours that we just had indoors.
Yes.
That's the way to do your beer fest.
150 craft beers and ciders they got for you to check out as well. So, yeah, you could get tickets for that coming up next on the KVJ show. Each town's got their own little vibe to it. Really does. Boca is a lot different than your Lake Park, Jay-Bird. Just a lot of differences.
It is. There's a big time difference.
In the town, the people that live there. So the big question we have here today, if we just fire off a couple questions each at a person here, can we name which town they live in? Okay. So we're going to start off here with Michelle. Each of us, myself, Virginia, and Jaybird, we get two questions of Michelle, and then we got to try to guess what town she lives in. Hello, Michelle.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. We're going to see here if we can figure out what town you live in. Okay. My question is, Michelle, do you go through a gate to get to your neighborhood?
No.
Okay. Virginia, what's your question here for Michelle?
Would you say a lot of people that live around you smoke cigarettes?
Yes.
Okay. And maybe other than saying yes or no, give me a little bit more of your voice. I want to hear the vibe of you. Tell me about some of these unsolved murders or murders that have gone on in your town.
Not a lot. In the past couple years, there's been a couple, but in like just one particular neighborhood. Well, not sure. There's been a couple domestics too. Yeah, but unsolved, there's only been a couple. Yeah.
Okay. A couple unsolved murders is kind of horrifying, actually.
Okay. Would it be likely to see somebody walking naked on the street in your town, Michelle?
No. Well, it is possible, but no. I don't think we're that crazy.
Okay. All right, Virginia, your final question here for Michelle before we try to guess what town she's from.
Do you have a bunch of cell phone stores in your town?
Yes.
That's the worst question.
What? Yeah, we have 3 booths, a Cricket, Metro,
Okay.
and then like AT&T. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a few.
That tells me a lot.
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just not observant. Don't be mad at me because you don't notice stuff.
I do notice. I notice you're being very mean to me right now.
You started it.
I did. You're
You
right.
can't handle the heat. Get out of the kitchen.
Tell me about some of the farm life in your area.
A lot of cows. A lot of cows, a lot of people with chickens in the backyard.
It's fascinating.
I can hear it in her voice. I can hear her city in her voice.
You can, huh? Okay. All right. I am going to take a guess here. I believe, Michelle, you live in Okeechobee.
Yep.
Bam.
That's what I had.
You got it right?
I had
Yep.
Okeechobee as
Got it
well.
right.
I had Okeechobee. I wrote it down.
My gosh.
Yeah.
It was the cow thing, wasn't it?
It was cows, and it actually was Virginia's question about the cell phone stores.
Wow. Y'all
Yeah.
are good. I was.
Yeah, we got a lot in our little town. And
Yeah.
a lot of dollar stores, Dollar Generals, Family Dollar, they're creating more. But we can't get like big businesses in. And originally I'm from Tampa, by the way. I moved to Okeechobee at 21.
Okay. Gotcha.
Fascinating.
That is fascinating.
Okay,
I love that. That's
Kev.
good job, Michelle. Hold
I
on
mean,
real quick.
good job, Michelle. Good job, Kev.
Wrote it down.
Okay.
I like how Riggy went first.
I'll let you go first this time. I'll let you show off. Okay, we got Johnny on here. We're going to try to guess what town he's from. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, boys, Inventions V.
Hey.
Okay.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Real good.
Johnny,
Oh, man, I've been listening to you guys since I was 8 years old. Let me just say, Jay Bird, I watched you get on the show through your auditions. Like, my mom used to put you guys on to shut the kids up while we were going to school. So
I love
it's
it.
really nice to talk to you guys.
I love it. I can already. You know what? I can already tell where you're from just by your little story. I
Really,
love
you
it.
already got it.
I do.
Already
Go ahead
locked
and
in,
guess.
huh?
I don't want to guess yet. I want to make sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, a couple questions here from each of us, Johnny, before we guess what town you live in. How many strip
Let's
clubs do you have in your town?
One that none.
None.
Okay. Oh, boy. All right.
None. Sound like there might have been one.
Yep.
All right.
It's in the Bible Belt.
In the Bible.
Okay, so
You're in South Florida, right?
it's yes.
Okay.
It's very conservative, though.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right, Virginia. What do you think?
What about corner bars? You got a lot of those little nightclubs, corner bars, saloons.
Good question. If we don't have any strip clubs, we probably don't have any bars either. There's probably like one bar that I never really ever went to, and then one that closed down that I used to go to when I was younger. But I mean, that place was a mess.
Interesting.
Okay. Are you closer? Okay, let's say you had to get rid of evidence. Are
I
you
think it's Kevin's
closer?
turn, right?
What's that?
I think it's
Didn't
Jay.
Kevin-
Yeah, I went. Virginia
Oh,
went.
it's Jay Bird too?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay. We'll
Okay,
give it to
sorry.
Jaybird.
It's
That's
okay.
all right.
It's all right. I derail the show all the time.
What were you saying, Jay Bird? I thought you asked the first question.
It's going really smooth. I was going to say, if you were to get rid of evidence, would you take, by where you live at, would you be dropping off the evidence in the woods, in a field, or by a big old lake? Or the ocean?
Ooh. Good question. There's a lot of open area, so probably an open area instead of the lake.
Open area. Bible Belt, open area. Huh.
Do you have a large body of water in your town?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Virginia, your final question.
What's up, buddy?
Do you see a lot of people fishing off bridges in your town?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
Okay, Jaybird.
I'm trying to zone in on this kid. Okay, let's see here. What's the biggest restaurant in your area?
Good question. It's got to be a chain, right?
Doesn't have to be.
How far can it be away?
It's got to be in your town.
But how far can it be? Okay, so it's a steakhouse, but you wouldn't know the name of it.
What? I can't.
He said it would have been a steakhouse, but you wouldn't know the name of it.
So
That's
it's
what he said.
not
Yeah, or maybe like a fast food joint. Like we got a couple of those too.
Gosh, okay. All right, this is a tougher one here. Okay, so what town does Johnny live in? Whoo-hee. I am kind of torn on this one.
Guess.
I got my guess.
And you got
I'm sure you've definitely driven through it.
Okay. I'm going to throw out David. I'm going to let you go first. I said I'd let you go first.
I had two, but one. I had Clewiston.
Okay. Is that your guess?
Yeah, but I also had another guess.
Well, you get one.
I know. I guess Clewiston.
Johnny, is it Clewiston?
No.
It is not Clewiston. Okay, Virginia. What town do you think Johnny lives in?
Is it Lake Worth?
No.
Okay. I am going to throw out, I was kind of like getting the vibe that Jaybird was. It doesn't necessarily work out. Is it Belglade?
You got it. Ding, ding, ding.
Wow.
What?
I didn't think you were going to get it. I thought there was no way y'all were going to get it. But
Guess who's back? Riggy's back. Belglade.
Riggy's unstoppable.
Get out of here with this crap.
You're unstoppable.
Yep. I am unstoppable.
Summer of Rig
Yep.
is in. 2 out of 10.
Somebody went 2 for 2, huh?
I am not buying this
I
crap.
cannot be stopped in this game.
Belglade, get out of here.
When you know South Florida, you know South Florida, man.
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Denny's, is Riggy on the take?
Yeah,
Get
I
outta
mean,
here.
come on. What? Right?
Look at that smirk.
Right? Come on. Am I rigging this or what?
How did you get
Seriously, did I rig
Belglade?
this?
Belglade, he didn't give us anything to say it was Belglade. I am not buying it.
Dang, woo, man.
I'm impressed.
Wow, thank you.
I don't know if you cheated or you're magical, but that's very impressive.
Maybe just that good, Virginia.
He's smiling too much.
Maybe I'm just that good.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
We got 2 problems here, I think. 2 problems we got to work through. Snooping and lying. Now, is this a make-up or a breakup here with Willie and what he busted his girl doing? What did you find your girlfriend doing here, Willie?
So, I caught my girlfriend going through my phone and then lying about it afterwards. And I can explain kind of how both things sort of happened.
Okay.
How they're both an issue. So last weekend, I was house sitting for my parents, and she was over, and we were just kind of hanging out on the patio. They got a nice house, so just kind of soaking it in, enjoying it. I went in to get us some drinks, and I left my phone out on the table.
Okay.
But when I came back, I noticed that my phone, it seemed like it had been messed with a little bit. And I asked her, I was like, "Yo, did you touch my phone?" Because it just looked different from the last time. And I wasn't it wasn't like I was being really accusingly asking her, because sometimes people call and you're like, "Hey, who's calling?" just to see if it's important if you're with somebody.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was making a big deal, like, "Hey, were you in my phone?" Like, I was just like, "Hey, did you use something with my phone?"
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "No way, I'm not that guy." She got really defensive immediately, like super defensive. She said, "No way, I'm not that kind of girl. I would never snoop in your phone." Which, I thought it was kind of weird the way she reacted, because I wasn't asking her in a really accusatory manner, but she immediately got defensive about it.
Mm-hmm.
And the screen definitely looked different, than when I had left it. Like, I didn't leave my phone locked.
Right. So,
yeah.
Okay, so she's going through your stuff, then it seems like she's lying about it because of the way that she reacts, and here you are saying, okay, is this somebody I want to be in a relationship with together? Now, how long have you guys been together?
So we're pretty new. Like, we've just started. Like, we just kind of had the boyfriend and girlfriend conversation. Like, we've only been seeing each other for about 2 months. So
Okay.
it's a relatively new relationship.
Right.
My parents have a surveillance camera on the outside of their house, like all around the house. They have a few of them, and they're hidden. My girlfriend doesn't know this. She didn't know that they have cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So I got I got that feeling, like that weird feeling when, someone's lying to you. So I actually went back. I have access to it. I went back and looked at the security footage later, and sure enough, she had been going through my phone.
She's lying.
She was flat out, I caught her lying in this, yeah.
But what did you do to make her think she had to go through your phone? Are you up to anything shady?
Unbelievable.
That made her
Why is that always
suspicious?
Why is it that women always assume that guys are up to something? Like, I'm an honest guy. Like,
Are you getting texts all the time that you don't let her see?
Virginia,
do you have a passcode on your phone that she doesn't know?
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, so you're saying you're
open. That's how honest I am.
Right.
Like, I didn't even think to lock my phone when I leave it with her. I have nothing to hide.
You are
Sir, don't
entitled,
listen to
and
Virginia.
you are entitled to be in a relationship to lock your phone and to not share what that code is with the person that you're dating.
It looks like you're up to something,
No, it
though.
doesn't. That's just what normal people do.
If you're super private about it, like if you get texts and you won't, like you move your phone so she can't see.
You would be the worst judge ever. The man is not cheating on his girl. He walks out. She goes. People sometimes just snoop. I've had it happen to me before. Wasn't cheating on anybody. Someone went through everything of mine, and I caught them doing it.
Right. So
some people snoop. Defending snoopers over here.
I'm defending women.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's justified what's going on, a new relationship, and it seems like you're finding out pretty quickly she's jealous and she's a liar. And those are two not very good attributes on somebody that you just started dating.
Wallace Pennington, I'm out.
Is it worse the snooping or worse the lying?
The lying. The snooping I will understand because I get sometimes people get paranoid and it's the lying after, double downing on it, and then giving you an attitude like a Virginia's doing right now.
You seem to be on the girl's side here. So does Willie have grounds to break up with this girl for the snooping and the lying, Virginia?
I would say no.
No. No grounds.
Don't break up with her, but tell her she's busted. Tell her about the cameras. Tell her you saw her, and give her a chance to redeem herself, which I think she's going to do.
If this was reversed and it was the guy snooping and lying to Virginia, would be, off with his head.
Final question here, Willie. How hot is she?
She's a solid 9.
Yeah.
All right, keep her.
Yeah, you don't
break
her.
up.
Of course
You don't break up with a 9.
I mean, come on.
That's why
she's a 9 and all she's doing is snooping and lying? Come on, Willie.
Yeah.
Quit crying, Willie.
I mean, come on. Unless she's trying to poison you or something, I mean, you're fine. Yeah, just buck up.
Even if she does try to poison you, she's a 9, Willie.
If it didn't kill you, I could walk that off. She's a 9.
We're kidding, Willie. They'll listen to us. It's bad what she did.
All right, make up or break up on this. 877-979-9763. What side are you on? Snoop and lying typically. Does that mean they get broomed or not? You can let us know here at the KVJ Show. Oh, of course, we got some differing opinions here on whether or not Willie should stay with his hot snooping girlfriend, and she's a liar, too. She got busted on a video snooping in his phone after saying that she hadn't. Okay, so what do? Break up or not? Somebody texted in and said, don't break up with her. Every girl is crazy. It's up to the guy to figure out what level of crazy he's comfortable with.
Well, I think that's what you're figuring out. He's not comfortable with it.
The crazy scale, it's the ratio. She's a 9. So, I mean, all she did is lie and then try to snoop through your phone, and you just started dating. It's not a big deal. Somebody else said, okay, this is only going to escalate and quickly. She is going to be a lot crazier down the line. So you've seen nothing yet. She's just warming up.
This is just the appetizer.
Michelle's on here from Green Acres with a little perspective and thought on this. What do you think, Michelle?
I think she should just stick with her, especially if he likes her as much to rate her as 9.
Yeah.
He should definitely just stick with her. She was just curious about it, and definitely the way that he approached her by questioning her so aggressively in such a new relationship.
Ooh.
If he would have been more open with her and just let her know, like, hey, look, I know you're snooping through my phone. It's nothing new. Just be honest with me about it. You know, the relationship is still new. There's a lot of experiences they're still got to go through.
Yep.
And if he would have been open with her, I assure you she probably would have been open with him too. Cool. And probably would have been honest straight up. It's all about honesty.
Okay, but that's weird that you say that it's all about honesty when she lied to him about it, though. It's weird how you're putting it on
Yeah, but
him.
it's a new relationship. When you're in a new relationship, everything is new territory. Everything is fair game. It's just about how much you care about the person and how you're willing to approach the relationship. If you really care about this person, a little white lie, honestly, isn't going to make a difference, especially if he likes her so much as to rate her a 9.
So
Let's just be honest.
You blame him
for
for
him is not going to be a 9 for all of us.
So
9, Jay Bird.
Okay, hold on. I just want to make sure I get this right. You're saying he was aggressive to her because he asked her about his phone. Then
Caught her off guard.
Then she
wasn't
lied.
expecting it.
She lied to him about it.
Aggressive is a very intense word. Let's put he was a little forward. But if he would have definitely approached her a little bit lighter and been honest with her, listen, I can tell that I've been on my phone. It's a little different. Don't bother. Just be honest with me. It's totally okay if you go through my phone because I have nothing to hide from you.
Yeah.
The honesty just opens up the conversation. Every time.
I could not disagree with
my
you.
husband for 7 years.
Oh my gosh, I
I've been
so
with my
disagree.
husband for
7 years, Jay Bird. 7 years.
This is what I'm talking about. This is why I
FaceTimes on our
Yep.
phones.
See, there you
like,
go.
People always say,
Yep.
like,
See.
listen,
That-
openness is everything.
Oh, but
that's the
Yeah.
key.
but I love it.
Yeah.
But you
Right.
just
Thank you, Michelle. Hold on now. I'm going to let you.
You
7
just-
years,
Michelle.
Jay Bird.
7 years.
How long have you been with your husband,
You
Jay
just
Bird?
gave
White lie,
evidence of why. This is why I'm single, Virginia, because the guy did nothing wrong. He asked her if the
He's
phone
a
was
little- he's a
moving.
little
She called him
aggressive.
in a matter of seconds. Aggressive. He lied, and then she kind of turned around like he wasn't telling the truth. That call was insane, what we just heard.
Yep. Danielle texted in. She said, sounds like he set her up on purpose. He knew the camera was there. He put out the bait to see if she would take it. And then he's like, hey, going through my phone? Yeah, uh-huh.
It's a setup.
It's a trap.
The person that
Virginia,
just
it's a
got
trap.
off,
She's a victim.
the girl that just got off the phone, that's scary. That is scary.
Wow. Okay.
Because she doesn't think lying, she's justifying lying, and then she's blaming it on somebody else. That's insane.
Yeah.
Calm down, Bird. Calm down.
Just a
The
little white lie.
vein
Thank
in
you,
your
Michelle.
neck
Thank
is
you, Michelle.
popping out.
Well, it's called passion, baby. We
Yeah.
need more of that around these parts.
Uh-huh. Okay. Fascinating. What people think.
Kevin, that call.
He's reeling.
Well, that's because there's people like that all the time. They are the ones that are lying, and then they use a Jedi mind trick to make you think that you're the bad person. It's insane. I don't like it.
Yeah, no,
I don't like it.
I mean, you think there's maybe not some entrapment that went on there? That's an interesting point, is it not, Virginia?
She's
Possible
a 9.
entrapment?
She's a 9.
And maybe she's bringing in some baggage. Her last relationship she got cheated on. She's going to take a little while in a new relationship to trust him, and she's got to shake off the hurt from the last relationship.
We all have baggage from our last relationships. Does not mean lying is the right move. She got caught. She got busted. Then she's get out of here with all this crap. Come on.
After she was baited and trapped,
Get
Virginia.
out of here, baited.
Baited and trapped.
It's the summer of rigged. She got rigged.
Yeah.
That's insane.
How convenient. There was a camera there.
Did you plant that call just to get me mad, Kevin? You did. You've rigged it.
Pulling a lot of strings here today.
You are.
2 for 2 in the city game. Got Jaybird all worked up into a frenzy. Oh,
He's
yeah.
literally foaming at the mouth.
Oh,
Am I
yeah.
foaming at the mouth? Again, another lie from Virginia. Zero foam. That's frosting.
Yeah, Virginia, you know he's... Yes. That's exactly it. All right, any other thoughts on this? Makeup or breakup? 877-979-WRMF. It's kind of about 50-50 right now. Megan is on here from Boca and like to say something here. What would you like to say, Megan? Oh, I'm sorry. This is Megan right here. Yes, Megan, what would you like to say?
I am Team Jaybird on this. This is a total breakup for me. The fact that she can twist, flip, and manipulate this situation, that it is his fault. I mean, these ladies are crazy. That he planted it, like he put the line out there, like, fishing for it.
He went to a camera pretty quickly, though, did he not,
No,
Megan?
not necessarily. You're playing.
Yes, but he asked her about it. She got defensive, and he was like, okay, I think she went through my phone, and I'm going to check. And she did. It doesn't matter what happened. She violated his privacy and then lied to him about it. You can't turn that around and flip it on anybody but her.
I love it.
I don't care if she's I don't care about her hotness.
I love it.
She's manipulative and she's a liar.
Preach! I love it. Great call, Kevin. Surprised Kevin let that one through.
Yeah. Everybody speak your piece. Yeah, okay.
She's a 9. What's he? That's what we got to talk about. If he's a 6, he needs to best keep his mouth closed and just deal with it.
Ain't no problem.
Because if she's a 9 and he's
Snooping,
a 6,
lying.
he's lucky to be there.
Right.
Keep talking, Crazy Pants. I
She's
love
a
it.
gem.
Keep talking, Crazy Pants. You're proving my point.
She's a treasure.
I love Crazy Virginia. Welcome back.
Okay.
Glad you woke up.
I never left.
Yeah, right. She never left.
Y'all tried to make me.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Interesting stuff. Just strutting the streets of South Florida on Friday. Did y'all see that 9-foot gator that was just walking along the sidewalk in Southwest Miami-Dade?
Yeah.
About 6:30 a.m. on Friday, it went viral.
They're getting real brazen these days.
That's scary.
Well, you know what? The thing that was really crazy is apparently when they finally got to the gator, the Florida Fish and Wildlife, apparently they said the gator had dementia. You know how like old people just walk out of their house and start wandering around? This gator's like just wandering around the neighborhood.
Oh, no.
That could be dangerous.
Yeah, because what if you're out walking the dog and you accidentally run into him?
And he thinks you're a ham.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the thing still got a fight in them or not. When a gator's got dementia, I don't know if that means they're like crazy or they're just like doo-doo-doo.
I don't want to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing went viral 80,000 times. It got viewed on the Instagram pages. They say last year, Florida's statewide nuisance alligator program hotline received 13,210 nuisance alligator complaints. So what happens? A good bit. That led to the removal of 8,455 nuisance gators.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we keep expanding, Virginia.
Oh, don't worry. Those Tequesta gators are on its way. They're a little bit fancier.
We pop up a couple more Westgates. We might see this more frequently. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. The gators need a place to live.
Yeah, it's true. And apparently they're choosing our neighborhoods. Fun little day in Fort Pierce last week. A woman apparently decided she needed a ride in this ambulance, so she took it upon herself to drive away in it. They were bringing down a patient, and the van was running, and she just hopped in and took off. She jacked the ambulance, and apparently when they finally caught up with her, she went through these spikes that they got down and ran right into a cop car.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's got a couple priors, too. Forgery, burglary, a little hoeing around, the usual.
Busy girl.
Just a little.
Yeah. She's facing.
Probably not a 9.
Maybe she cleaned herself up, but yeah, in the mugshot now. She faces a number of charges in this case, including aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, so she got a little frisky as well, fleeing and eluding and grand theft. So. Yeah, I mean, but they even said in the story, like going, as soon as they're like, this isn't going to end well for you. I mean, when has anyone successfully stolen a cop car, an ambulance, anything? Ever. I mean, has it ever worked out where it's like, what are you going to drive it home, park it in your driveway?
It's going to be game over for you.
It just never ends well.
You got to picture the car, as I learned from one of my crime shows. These people steal the car, and when the cops are on them, they drive it out in the woods and dump it. They pitch it, as they say.
Ditch it?
Pitch it.
Pitch it?
That's what according to my programs.
Kind of like you just pitch away some garbage.
Yeah, you pitch it away. You're pitching it.
Okay. Well, this is a way to lose your job if you're a security guard. Sleeping and having somebody photo you. Boy, I don't know if you saw the photo of the security guard at JFK Medical Center in Atlantis. He was sprawled out. He was. Somebody snaps a photo like, ha, it's funny. Well, as soon as it goes onto social media, that guy's as good as fired.
What's more forgivable, the security guard caught sleeping on camera or that one security guard that was farting on camera? He was a ham, but he was really taking time to not...
At least the guy's awake and alert.
Good point.
Yeah.
I know, but he's got such a big side hustle going with this fart posting.
The sleep could happen because it's just a natural thing.
Right, and I want to, be more empathetic to that person because it's usually the middle of the night when they're working security. It's hard to stay awake.
But to me, if you're a security guard, I'm sorry. If you have a listing of your jobs, point one is stay awake. That would be rule number one of a security guard. Stay awake and alert.
Completely agree with you, but I still think the guy farting is a bigger offense.
I'm not saying it's good. I don't think it's worse.
Okay.
I mean, if you're completely out, you're not guarding anything.
But it's a one-time thing.
If you're recording your own farts, at least you're like, oh, hey, wait, somebody's trying to break in. And then when they get in, the big guy, you been farting?
They fired that farting guy.
Well, I mean, yeah, because he was making farting videos during his shift.
Did you hear about this crazy story happened on the cruise ship? This mass brawl broke out on a British cruise ship Friday morning, leaving several people injured and others confined to their cabins for the rest of their journey. They just had enough. They said, you stay in your cabins and don't come out.
Why? What happened?
Well, it started with heavy amounts of alcohol being consumed.
Okay.
And then apparently some guy dressed as a clown and showed up at the 16th floor restaurant. And that angered some people because apparently that's considered dress. And it was supposed to be not fancy dress. And I guess even dressing as a clown considered to be fancy dress. So these people got into this big fracas, and they say apparently the passengers were using furniture and plates, anything they could get their hands on as weapons.
Oh, my God.
These family groups were fighting. Apparently there was blood everywhere. Bystanders are running and trying to hide. I mean, what a melee this thing was. They
on a cruise ship?
On a cruise ship, yeah.
Dang.
They say those believed to have been involved in the fight were then confined to their cabin for the rest of the last day of the cruise. They were not allowed to come out. So I guess that would stink, because a lot of times those rooms are small, but I guess they were...
Yeah, don't bring the security guard in that room.
Yeah. Fart guy?
Yes.
And finally, here in your Whacked Out News, a guy in Thailand wanted to figure out why he was having trouble breathing at night, so he set up his own little camera and found out that it was his cat that was crawling onto his face at night and smothering him.
Wait a minute. So this is real? They do try to steal your breath?
That's a movie.
They say it's actually a sign of affection. That
they
cats
want to
will
kill
do that.
you?
No, he said it's a sign of affection, so he's not going to make the cat stop.
That thing's in heat. I bet it won't stop.
Yeah. So he's apparently going to go ahead and let the cat... I mean, it's smothering you like you're going to suffocate.
It's horrifying.
But it's so cute, he's just going to let his cat smother him out, I guess. That's very spooky.
Rufus is very creepy. I think Rufus drinks.
Yes, he definitely might.
I know he smokes.
Yes, yes, I think Rufus would test positive for pot.
Coming up here in just a second, born from the Whacked Out News, it is the Florida headline match game. All right, I got a real headline from a story here in Florida. You got to tell me the word that fits in the blank here. Florida man ripped blank from wall, runs naked into woods.
Okay.
Florida man ripped blank from wall, runs naked into woods. Was it A, an ATM? Ripped an ATM from wall. Was it B, condom dispenser? Or C, was it urinal?
Wow, those are all tough.
Yeah, it's a tough round here.
I'm going to go urinal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any guess, Virginia?
I agree. I think urinal.
Okay. Well, you want to play along? Virginia and Jaybird are here to help you out. You could win some tickets. Great little craft beer festival that is going to be coming up. You can go there and check out so many great beers. The Craft Beer Bash at PJ National Resort and Spa. If you want to play, hit us up, 877-979-WRMF.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Okay, Florida headline match game. These are actual headlines that did appear here in the state of Florida. Okay, I've taken one of the words out. You got to tell me what is the word that belongs in the blank. We got Heather on here to play from Jensen Beach. Hello, Heather.
Hey, how are you guys doing today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. Okay, let's see here. Jaybird and Virginia kind of sounded off on this one. Do you agree with them? Florida man ripped blank from wall, runs naked into woods. That is the headline. Is the word that belongs in the blank? What's that?
I grew up in Florida, and I'm thinking of the most logical reasoning right now, so I do agree with Virginia and Jason. Yes.
Yeah, they went out of the options of ATM, condom dispenser, and urinal. You guys guessed urinal.
It just felt right.
Well, you can't get an ATM off the wall, I don't think. Not by your arm strength.
I mean, I kind of feel like a urinal. Like Kevin could rip off the urinal here at work. I feel like he's strong enough.
Do it.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
And talk about it on the radio so they know it was us.
But I do think...
Fire me. Fire me. Fire me. Fire me.
I think you're the guy that could do it, though.
Okay. All right.
Definitely.
You are correct on that. Very nice. That is one done. Yes, it was. A Florida man ripped urinal from restroom wall, runs naked into the woods.
I mean, what was that cat on?
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
I knew it. I knew you had to go to the bathroom in the woods, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that's definitely, it sounds like a Florida-type headline. What about this one here? Florida man stabs tourist despite having no blank. Okay, Florida man stabs tourist despite having no blank. Is it A, motive, B, knife, or C, arms? What do you think?
It's arms. I remember this story because I think we talked about, did he stab him with his foot? I remember this, yes.
Virginia?
Is it arms?
I'm 99.9 certain.
Okay.
99 is high.
That is high.
But he's wrong a lot.
That's true. He's certain of a lot of things he's wrong on.
I can't even tell you how many times he's bet his face on something.
Yeah.
And then we had to take his face off.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I feel real strong with this one.
Okay, Heather, do you agree? Do you think it's arms?
Yes, I do think it's the arms.
Florida man stabs tourist despite having no arms. Yes.
Yay!
2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Nice job.
Wow. Okay. Final one here. Florida headline match game. Florida man steals neighbor's blank, gets chased by angry birds. Florida man steals neighbor's blank, gets chased by angry birds. Is that A, neighbor's bird seed, neighbor's peacock, or neighbor's feather duster? What do you think? Florida man steals neighbor's blank, gets chased by angry birds. What would be your guess here, Virginia?
I'm leaning peacock.
Peacock. Okay.
You know, I hate to agree with the witch, but unfortunately I do. A peacock.
Okay, Heather, what do you think out of those options belongs in the blank there?
So I don't think they would have a pet peacock. I'm going to go with the feather duster.
Yeah, you can see he steals a feather duster, and all of a sudden the bird's like, hey, what are you doing with that? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they chase him down. That is good logic, but this is an illogical state. Virginia and Jaybird actually got that correct.
It's a
yes,
peacock?
it's peacock. Yes, it is peacock, but 2 out of 3 is a pretty good score. That means we're going to hook you up with those tickets to join us when we go to the Craft Beer Bash at PJ National Resort and Spa on August 10th, okay?
Amazing. You guys are fantastic. I love you guys.
Oh,
we love you back.
You're going to love that beer fest. I mean, I loved it for years and years. I would go every year.
You always hosted
and host it.
Yeah.
I think I was going on like 7 years.
You're hosting it this year, right?
Nope.
Why? What happened?
They gave it to Riggy. Summer of Rig.
Wow.
Well, do you have your own beer out right now, Virginia?
Oh, so smug.
I mean,
so Riggy. He's Smiggy. Smiggy's back.
Smiggy's back.
He's rigging,
Guess who's
he's
back?
Smugging, he's smugging around.
Yeah, smugging around. Stealing Virginia's gigs.
You got fired by the Kevin Ralston.
I hosted that thing for so many years.
Wow. You got replaced with the Kevin
All the
Ralston.
work I had to do behind the scenes to get that away from Virginia, it was not easy.
I mean, look at that Smiggy smile.
I'm reeling over here.
Yeah.
7 years. Kevin.
7, I know.
7.
It wasn't easy, Bird. They're like, well, we should do it for 7 years. I'm like, so?
That's just rig being rig.
You know, you can't fight what you are, Bird. Can't fight what you are. Well, what about this? Tell this cool little thread that was going on social media. They're talking about the blatant lies that your parents told you. Seems like one of those Reddit threads type things that were going on.
I'm writing as many as I wrote 5 down.
Well, I thought about you as soon as I read this because you always tell these stories about the things that your parents would tell you, especially your mom. And a lot of times it's just kind of like alter your behavior to like keep you in check, or she didn't want you running around.
Absolutely.
So there were all these kind of like stories she'd do. She'd plant these fears in you. And
Between your mom and then older siblings too would tell you stuff that would rock your world.
I do have, I wasn't sure where to put that at. Fireworks are dead bodies being burned. That's what fireworks are.
Yeah, that was your brother, right?
That was my brother. So that was not really a parent thing.
Yeah, this is because your older siblings will do that all the time. They'll lie to you and tell you terrible stuff. Yeah, this is your parents specifically.
There was a good amount of years where I was going to town on fish sticks because I was told fish sticks will make your penis grow. And that was a lie. In fact, I think it goes the other way. I had so many fish sticks and it did not grow.
We did. If you're in the 80s, if you grew up in the 80s, you ate a lot of fish sticks.
Oh,
it was a big food then,
From 82 to 86, I had so many fish sticks. It was insane.
My mom would make them, and she'd pair them with something awful called succotash.
Oh, gosh,
it was like
yes.
lima beans and corn or something like this. Terrible. I don't know what it was. It was awful.
Why did we eat such crap?
Oh, I don't know. It was so flavorless. I hated succotash.
So many fish sticks. My mom told me when I first got a girlfriend, if I kissed her too much, my lips would expand and get swollen for days, and everybody would know that I was making out too much, and I believed it. So the first time I made out, I walk in my house going, I hope they don't notice my lips are so big, and they were fine. My dad told me and my brothers and sisters that he was a Texas Ranger, that he that's what he did before he met my mom.
That's kind of brave. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it was a lie. My mom would tell us that dogs have the cleanest mouth that you could kiss. I'm like, I don't know if that's true, Mom. Our dog was eating his poop.
Yeah, dogs lick other dogs' butt.
But I don't think my mom was lying. I think my mom really believed that. No, I'm serious, Jay-Bird. No, dogs have the cleanest mouth on the planet.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff and it's usually a lot of times your parents were, trying to keep you from doing something bad, and they couldn't think of a good enough reason, so they would just come up with a blatant lie that they would tell you. Yeah, somebody said, a lot of times, like Mexican moms, they say don't eat watermelon seeds because they'll clog your butt.
See, I've never heard that one before. I heard that you swallow it and then a plant can grow in your tummy.
Yes, don't eat seeds because then, either a watermelon or some kind of tree will grow in your stomach.
Not clogging your butt.
Right, that's a pretty good one. Let me see. Yeah, this is a typical one. My parents said if you cross your eyes, it would stay that way.
Sitting close to the TV, looking in the microwave, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. If you go to town on yourself, you lose your eyesight. I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
Still see pretty good, 20/20 vision.
My dad told me if I peed in the pool, the water would turn purple. To this day, I still think it could happen. LOL.
I think we all fear that.
I think that's a real thing. There's something you put in your pool, and it will make the area around urine turn a color. I've seen the product online. I don't know if it's real or what, but it looks real.
Yeah.
We have talked about that so many times, and people have always said there's nothing on the planet that.
I saw it on Amazon. Somebody sent me the link.
Oh, really? Okay.
You better get that for your pool.
Yeah, I know. You got a pool coming up there at Tequesta.
Hopefully it's coming quick.
If anyone pees in your pool, is that automatic? They're banned from your area?
Unless they're a little kid who couldn't help it or didn't know any better. If a grown person pees in the pool, they're done.
14 or older, you're done?
Yeah, but about Magnolia's friends. Like you hear, we'd had that call a couple weeks ago where you heard one of his teenage friends going, hey, I peed in the pool.
I will booby trap that kid's house. I will go to their house when they're sleeping at night and slash their bicycle tires.
You're not going to just ban them from your pool?
You come over, yeah. Kevin's right. You come over.
No, they're banned from the pool, but retaliation.
On top of that.
On top of the banishment, I'm going to do something and they're not going to know.
There's this new punk. He's not even from Tequesta. Magnolia invites him over. He's a couple years older. He's from the other side of the tracks. He might even have a tattoo. Are you freaking out? He's peeing in the pool, eating your food.
I get a water gun, I fill it with bleach, and I just start shooting him.
I don't think it's the right move.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. But,
well, it's because it's
you
not.
Do you? Yeah, doesn't feel right. Got the text here. What blatant lie do you remember your parents telling you as a kid? I have a bit of Cherokee Indian in me, and my great-grandmother was full-blooded. My mom said that my Indian name was Sakaduki. I believed her for the longest.
Sakaduki.
That is awesome.
Indian.
I mean,
my
Mom,
name's Sakaduki.
That's hilarious.
Terrible.
You're so bummed out about that, too. You're like, really?
Somebody else said when I was 5, my mom was rushing to leave the house, but I wanted to finish watching Power Rangers. So she told me that if I turned off the TV when I got back, it would continue right where I left off. I came back to nothing but disappointment.
Oh, that is cruel. That is so messed up, man. For a kid, that's such a big thing.
That is a big thing. That's not cool.
Oh, my goodness. My parents were divorced, and my dad told me that when there was a full moon, my mom turned into a werewolf. It just happened that we were always at his house during a full moon. So we thought we were there because mom had turned into a werewolf. Okay, that's pretty fascinating. Oh, and this was one that was on the thread. This is crazy. My mom told me we couldn't have an open casket for my grandfather's funeral because he was too pale. Several years later, I found his death certificate. He had passed away on his front porch. By the time he was found, it had been a few days and animals had eaten part of his face.
Oh, my
that
God.
was super traumatizing to learn.
Oh.
I'm only laughing because it hurts so bad.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm only laughing.
Oh, Grandpa.
That's terrible.
Those damn godless squirrels.
Oh.
You're listening to the
Stays
KVJ
with
Show
you.
on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, we're talking about the blatant lies that your parents have told you, of course, in your life. Somebody said at 12, my mom tried to tell me that if I had sex before marriage, my peen would fall off. And my dad came up right after and assured me that that was BS.
Good. That's nice.
You'll be fine, son. Eddie's on here from Lake Worth. What is the blatant lie that your parents would tell you as a kid, Eddie?
When I was about 12, I was always wanting to shave, thinking that I would get a full-grown mustache and a full-grown beard. And my parents said to me, the only way for you to get a full-grown set of hair on your face is to wash your face with lard. So I would take this pork fat and rub it all over my face, and I ended up with nothing but zits.
What a weird random thing to make your kid do.
They're just sitting back, probably having a cocktail and just laughing. Look at his face. He's covered in lard. Look at Crisco face. Yeah.
So not cool.
That's really not cool.
That is just mean.
Somebody else texted in and said, yeah, my mom used to tell me that children who stayed up past 9 p.m. would get eaten by the monster that lives under your bed.
Oh, my God.
How do you go to bed?
Right, exactly, because you think you got a monster under your bed. Yeah, parents have been doing that for a while. I think the monster in the closet or under the bed, they always use that to freak kids out.
I don't think that's going to work, though. If you say go to bed or else the monster's going to eat you, that's going to keep you up.
Exactly. You can't go to bed in the bed with the monster under it.
I don't like that one.
It's awful. It's not well thought out either.
The monster's going to eat you if you don't go to bed?
It's going to be counterproductive with what you're trying to do.
I think that's going to give your kid issues.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see. My mom had told me all the time when I was a teenager that she had never done any kind of drugs, that pot was bad for you. No way she'd ever smoke it. Never had. And then I came home years later from a wedding, and she was drunk and hit my Aunt's J like a champ. Clearly not her first rodeo.
Uh-oh.
I think probably parents do that a lot.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. Wow, crazy. 5 years ago today, we're looking at July 29th of 2014. This is what you heard on this radio station at 97.9 WRMF.
It all began with 3 people who were filled with passion and a dream. When those dreams were shattered, they started a radio show. And KVJ was born 15 years ago right here in South Florida. Then, one fateful morning, they were silenced. But you wouldn't be silenced. You saved the KVJ show. And now, after months of silence, they are back. Kevin, Virginia, and Jason. This show is about you. This show is about South Florida. This show is local. This is the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF.
Wow, do we have a party already going on? And people are going, it's Tuesday. People are like, what is going on? This is Tuesday. Why is it so insane? Well, I just want to say hello to the 97.9 WRMF audience. Thank you so much for welcoming us into your homes and into your cars. And I want to say welcome to the KVJ Nation. Who is all crammed in here today. I don't know how many people. We haven't done a head count. We're obviously breaking all kinds of fire codes here. So nobody light up. There's no smoking allowed right now. You can't be doing that.
Can we please have this whole group say Bigfoot is real together in unison on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3.
Bigfoot is real!
Yes!
Wow, that was cool, huh?
Thank God they didn't leave me hanging on that. That would have been so awful. All right, everybody, say Bigfoot is real. Crickets.
Yeah, boy, 5 years now we've been on 97.9 WRMF.
Half a decade. Isn't that weird?
It is weird.
20 years this year.
Wow.
We've had a lot of anniversaries this year. 5 years at RMF, 20 years in South Florida. It is crazy. And thank you again to everybody who's been with us from the beginning or just even jumping on last week or today. If this is your first day, thank you for listening. Honestly, we cannot be more thankful, and we love you all. And we can't tell you how much we appreciate you guys spending time with us.
Amen.
Monica from Jupiter said, yeah, I remember that day so well. I was pregnant with my son. I put my headphones on my belly so he could hear too. And
Aww.
so
That's cool.
He really started as a KVJ baby.
That's adorable.
That's neat too, and she knows that. So her kid's what, 4 or 5 right now? Then
Yeah.
that's so awesome.
Right, kind of growing up with the show, and so we hope you continue to do it. And thanks so much to all of our bosses here and to the great audience in South Florida for making this our home for 5, hopefully a lot more years to come. But yeah, the 5-year anniversary here at 97.9 WRMF is today.
Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, thank you to everybody sending us nice little well wishes. Appreciate that. 5-year anniversary at KVJ on WRMF here. It's been quite a, why can't you believe 5 years? Craziness.
Very lucky.
And in that time, we've almost gotten all 7 radio stations kicked out of this building. Yes.
We've been good lately. In
Yeah,
fact,
we have.
That's
At
kinda...
least on that angle, yes. We can't get everybody evicted. That apparently was going to be a pretty serious offense.
We've been warned.
Yes.
We still have the balcony locked. We're never allowed to go out in the balcony ever again.
I know.
That's been closed for coming up on 3 years, I believe.
It's going on 3, yes.
Yeah.
Halloween, it'll be 3.
Yeah, that got shut down. So there you go. All right. So anyway, thank you for being with us for 5 years, 20 years, or whatever it's been. Hopefully we'll be able to do that many. I don't know.
Another 20. I want to hear Virginia doing the dirt of the day when she's in her 70s.
I already sound like I am. This voice is tired.
She still got it, though.
Oh, she does.
I mean, she did cocktails and karaoke on Friday, and then she went out to the club.
What time did you get home on Friday night from Monroe's?
You may have to ask somebody else, but in between midnight and 3.
Poor Panda. Because he was sober.
Gosh.
Taking care of her drunk ass. Oh, man. That son of a gun. Boy, he's seen some things.
Don't you worry. He's happy.
Oh, you took care of Panda?
You know it.
You gave him some birthday loving? I'm sure that wasn't aggressive and
Well, she just knows, like, every time he's like going, babe, and she's hold on.
Imagine trying to get seduced by a hammered Virginia. Oh,
Hold on, I got you.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's hot.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, that's got to be something. Yeah. Well, last week in the Whacked Out News, I was telling you that, yes, they did have to put out the notice. Ladies, Do not use your popsicles in your most intimate of areas to try to cool yourself down. It could cause, I guess, freezer burning.
Freezer burn and also pH balance issues.
Yeah,
you
the
don't
sugar.
want that.
Yeah. So here's the latest thing they're doing. Apparently, have you seen this thing? You can get it's ice packs that'll slip in your bra. Bra coolers. So hot in so many places, especially here in South Florida. People are doing whatever they can.
There was another thing I saw that me and Denny's were coming up with like 4 years ago, and it's on the market now. It's called Snowballs. It's something to make your nards get all cool. And we had this idea, and we blew it. We never did anything with it.
Oh, man.
Snowballs. We put it in one of our videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have it in one of our videos, Snowballs.
You got to find that, because now it's a legit product, apparently, with an actual commercial.
Snowballs, cooling underwear for conceiving men. With Snowballs, you can keep moving, keep working, and keep playing. Our snow wedges are designed with a central hinge that cleverly molds to your body to reach maximum surface area and maximum cooling. Unlike normal ice packs, they won't get you wet, and you won't have to sit there holding ice for hours. After inserting a snow wedge into your snowballs, it should keep you cool for about 30 minutes.
So that's legit.
Huh.
It's legit.
Somebody ran with your idea.
I know.
What any guy, would you really use that?
No, my nards don't overheat.
No, it's not that bad.
That's really not.
That's not, no. What they need, if we're talking seriously here in South Florida, what we need is some kind of garment that you can put on, especially the toughest time of year is your July, August, September, maybe even into October, because they crank the AC. Like, it was so hot out. So the Queen and I go to dinner on Saturday, and we go into this restaurant. They must have had the air at 50.
Wow.
And so I had on shorts, T-shirt, flip-flops because it was so hot out, you couldn't wear anything else. And I go in there, and I am freezing during the entire dinner. It was so cold.
Your nards are cold. You need...
Well, all of me was cold. I don't know if specifically. I think my nards are fine.
No, tell us exactly what temperature were your balls.
I did not have a thermometer. Yeah, do you have a meat thermometer? I want to...
Gotta make a little sweater for the nards. A nardigan sweater. Oh, nardigan sweat. Write it down, Bird.
Nardigan.
Nardigan.
Coming up in 3 years, there'll be a commercial for Nardigan sweaters. Hey, man,
Somebody will steal
I
it.
talked about that on the show once upon a time.
Good idea, Kev.
I had a great idea.
Nardigan.
I acted like I wrote it down, but I didn't.
I did. I just didn't spell nardigan right.
Yeah, and I put it in a file I'm never going to find. Yeah. That's what we need. Something like, I don't know, it's long sleeve, long pant, but you can, if you're outside, you can cool it down, and then when you get inside to the cold AC, then you can heat it back up, because it's crazy. You never know what temperature it's going to be. We go from, 55 degrees to 95 degrees.
You just got to be prepared for everything.
I feel like you can get sick that way, too. Going hot, cold, up, down.
Yeah.
Left to right.
Every which way. It's terrible. Yeah. There you go. That's our thought. Oh, man, this is tragic. Somebody said that already the Nardigan is out there. It's called the Willy Warmer.
Nardigan's better. Nardigan's it's gonna come with more things, too.
And there's also the Peter heater.
That's solid.
Peter.
It's pretty good. That one, I like that one.
Okay. So really, people are already on these very necessary inventions that we got here that's going on. Somebody, this is interesting, said, I came up with the idea with tape on Pampers in 1971. I was taping my son's Pampers on with duct tape. We went to the hospital, and they were laughing. 2 months later, they came out with tape on diapers.
Dang.
Wow.
And you didn't get the money or the credit. That sucks.
Yeah, probably something like that. It was pretty insane. They probably did make it's simple things like that. You wind up making some money on it.
I feel like if we had 5 hours, a log cabin, and a bottle of whiskey, we could collectively come up with the idea. I'm talking about the one that just sets us up for... The idea, the one that's... Our Nardigan, our whatever, our snowball. Our Thunder shirt. I think we have it in us. I just think we have to... I don't know. We'll bring these magical stones Virginia brought in today. Let's do it.
They're crystals.
I do feel like we could come up with an idea.
I do too, because I think there's a lot to be said for disconnecting from your grind, your daily hustle,
no doubt.
your kids, your bills, your family, your responsibilities. So you go to this log cabin, you don't got anything that you have to do. It's just about you and creative juices.
Exactly.
And you just flow, and I think we could do some fun stuff.
I said 6 hours. I was going to say 2 days. I know that Riggy's always on a schedule. 6 hours is pretty much all I can lock him down for.
Yeah.
Let's get 48 hours in a log cabin and let's just create and see what we get.
Yeah, it's not about a little retreat.
Birds bringing the whiskey.
Okay. We'll get drunk and forget to do anything.
Right? Wake up in a pool of our own throw up.
In Virginia, fight.
It's time to go home. Do we get any ideas? Nope.
We forgot.
Yeah. All right, before we get to the After the Show podcast, Jaybird, if you would please wrap it up here with the thoughts for the day.
So many people from your past know a version of you that doesn't exist anymore. Damn.
Okay.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Real heavy.
That is. After the Show podcast is going to be live in just about 15 minutes. You can watch it on YouTube or check out our podcast we put up every single day on any podcast app or kvjshow.com.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.